Alright, so this is row 11. And after the half double crochet we just did, we now chain 2 for the height. Next, we crochet 1 double crochet around the arc that just built the half double crochet right here. Then, we again chain 2, and with those 2 chain stitches, I skip the first petal and go directly to the following chain of 2 stitches, and around that I crochet 2 double crochets. So in row 11 we don't need to continue the petals. Then chain 2 and crochet 2 double crochets around the next chain. You can see that I work the straight part just like I did before. 2 double crochets around each chain, and in between them I always chain 2 stitches. Altogether I do that 5 times. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Then chain 2 and skip the petal and again 2 double crochets around the following chain of 2 stitches. Chain 2, 2 double crochets, chain 2, and then we are at the next corner. So up to the corner we crochet 2 double crochets 3 times. Chain 2, and then we reach the arc of 5 chain stitches that we do just like before. 2 double crochets, 5 chain stitches, and 2 more double crochets. Then we again chain 2 and start the following straight part of our pattern. Same as before, 2 double crochets each, skip the petal, and work your way to the next corner. After you're done with that, I'm going to show you how to attach the flowers to our patchwork piece. The first of our flowers you crochet in rounds, just like this one. And all following flowers, starting from the second one, need to be attached to the previous ones. That's what I'm going to show you next. Okay, right now I'm in row 11. This here was where I started this row. So what I did was, I finished this row here that was half done and added 2 complete sides that I crocheted around. I did that because I only need to attach this patch on one side to my patchwork piece. Then we have a corner here, so the second patch will have to be joined to the patchwork piece with 2 sides. That's why for that I'm only going to need 1 fully crocheted side. So in row 11 we finish the half done row at the end, then add 1 complete side, and with the next side we already start attaching the patch to the whole piece. That totally depends on whether you want to attach the patch to a straight side or into a corner. Don't worry, I know it sounds complicated, but I'm going to show you what I mean. I'm at the corner now, and like always I crochet 2 double crochets around the arc. Then chain 2, and the third chain stitch will be our middle. That's because we usually have 5 chain stitches on the corner. So now I did 3, and the last 2 chain stitches I now replace with 2 single crochets that I crochet around the first corner arc of the adjoining patch. So just around this chain we crochet 2 single crochets. Then I work the following 2 double crochets around the arc of our 10th row, and then again 2 single crochets around the following chain of the other patch. Another 2 double crochets around the chain of this patch, just like you would in the 11th row. And then instead of the 2 chain stitches, we crochet 2 single crochets around the chain of the adjoining patch. We now crochet in turns, always 2 double crochets and 2 single crochets. As soon as I reach the first petal, I check if everything's parallel. You should check from time to time because it's easy to get lost in the pattern. The good thing is that the petals here meet at the exact same spot, so I know I did everything correctly. Now we can continue like before. The double crochets you do just as you would for row 11. Only the chain stitches get replaced by single crochets that we crochet around the chains of the adjoining patch. And don't worry about an ugly seam. Once the stole gets stretched a bit, the single crochets will fall in place and everything will look nice. Okay, now I reach the next petal, so I check again if I did my stitches right. And I did. The petal here mirrors the one up here exactly, just like the previous one. Okay, now I reach the corner arc. So I'm gonna crochet the 2 single crochets around the corner arc of the other patch. Then I chain 1 stitch as the middle one, and then 2 more for the arc. That's because I go around the corner here to then continue crocheting around the patch just like before. Always 2 double crochets and then 2 chain stitches. Usually you'd have 5 chain stitches here at the corner, but here I start with 2 single crochets around the adjoining corner. Then the corner chain stitch, 2 single crochets around the adjoining corner. Then the corner chain stitch, and another 2 chain stitches. So altogether there are still 5 stitches in the corner, only that now there are 2 single crochets and 3 chain stitches. That way you get a really nice corner. I now reached the end of my row. Do one last slip stitch into the uppermost replacement chain stitch and then cut off the yarn. Just pull through. Done. So now that I attached this patch, I'm going to attach the next one here into this corner. For that, we have to attach it with 2 sides. I'm going to prepare another patch and then show you how it's done. Once you know that, you can just crochet your 10 patches, or how many you want to do, and attach them to get your stole. Alright, now I have 9 patches. This one was the first, this the second, the third, the fourth, the fifth, the sixth, the seventh, the 8th, and the 9th here. Number 9 is the one we just did, and attached at one side. And now we attach patch number 10 here into this corner. Okay, we start here at the corner, where we usually start with 5 chain stitches. But instead, we now only crochet 3. 2 chain stitches from the rest of this straight part here, and the third is our corner chain stitch. The last 2 chain stitches will be replaced by 2 single crochets around the corner arc of the adjoining patch. Then we crochet 2 double crochets still around this arc of 5 chain stitches here, and then instead of the 2 chain stitches, I crochet 2 single crochets around the next chain of the adjoining patch. Two double crochets around the following 2 chain stitches, and 2 single crochets around the 2 chain stitches at the adjoining patch. 2 double crochets around the following 2 chain stitches, and 2 single crochets around the 2 chain stitches of the adjoining patch. Just repeat that. Here I have the paddle, so I check if everything's parallel with the opposing side. And as you can see, the 2 petals meet exactly here. And we continue with 2 single crochets and 2 double crochets in turns. The double crochets go around the current patch and build the 11th row, and the single crochets around the adjoining patch. So for your whole patchwork stole, there will be no seam that you have to close at the end. Important is that you work loosely so that you can later stretch the stole to even out the seams. I'm at the second petal now and we check. Yes, everything's good and lined up. You can see when I stretch the pattern, the seam looks nice and even. And we continue with the single crochets and the double crochets. Two single crochets and the two double crochets. Two single crochets and the two double crochets. And now we're again at the corner arc with its 5 chain stitches. On the other patch, I reach the corner arc as well with the single crochets. We crochet 2 single crochets, then 1 chain stitch for the corner, and then continue with the second straight side. Usually, we would chain 2 now because we only did 3 so far. 2 single crochets and 1 chain stitch. But in this 11th row there are no chain stitches, so continue with another 2 single crochets around the corner arc of the second joining patch. So 2 single crochets after that 1 corner chain stitch we just did. And then around the corner arc of our current patch we crochet another 2 double crochets. That's our corner. From then on it's the same as before. Always 2 single crochets and 2 double crochets in turns. Two single crochets and 2 double crochets. And another 2 single crochets and 2 double crochets. Two single crochets and 2 double crochets. Keep checking if you got the seam right. Well, you see, it's not that hard. The only thing you have to do is replace the chain stitches of row 11 with single crochets that you simultaneously use to attach the 2 patches. And just like that, we build the middle part here and all that's left to do is to finish this patch here. After that, you can crochet a fringe if you like. You don't have to, but I'm gonna do it so that I can make use of the rest of my yarn. All this yarn here is left. Right now I'm at the corner arc again, so I start with the 2 double crochets around the arc of 5 chain stitches. Then again 2 single crochets around the adjoining corner arc, and then the corner chain stitch. Then all that is left is the remaining part of the 11th row. And as you remember, for row 11 we can use chain stitches again. So right now we chain 2 for our altogether 5 corner stitches. Then 2 double crochets around the corner arc. Then 2 chain stitches, 2 double crochets, two chain stitches, and so on. Just like before, we simply finished the 11th row. Okay, now we are at the end of our round. You can now decide how you want to end it. Usually, you'd just crochet 2 chain stitches and a slip stitch, but because I want to start the fringe right away, I continue with 1/2 double crochet after the last 2 double crochets and end the round like this. After that, we can start to crochet the fringe all the way around our patchwork piece. We start with 2 chain stitches for the height and a double crochet, and then continue with always 2 chain stitches and 2 double crochets around the chains of the previous row. Two chain stitches, 2 double crochets in turns. And like that, we work along the straight sides of our work. For the corners, we crochet 2 double crochets, 5 chain stitches, and another 2 double crochets, just like we did before. For the transition points, it adds up perfectly. We do 2 double crochets here, skip the transition with the 2 chain stitches, and continue with the next 2 double crochets here. You always stay within the basic pattern that we already used to fill up the spaces between our petals. I'm going to show you real quick how I crocheted around the fringe so that one of my bobbles is enough. First, I did a whole round of 2 double crochets and 2 chain stitches in turns. That's what I just showed you. For the transition here, like I just said, just chain 2. After that first round, I started to crochet these little arcs. I'm going to show you how to do them. Right now, I'm in the middle of one of them. I started with 1 single crochet after I closed the previous round. I closed the round with a 1/2 double crochet, then did 1 chain stitch for the height, and after that I crocheted the single crochet around that 1/2 double crochet. Then you crochet 2 double crochets around the following chain and 1 picot. For a picot, you chain 3 and then do a single crochet back into the first of these 3 chain stitches. After that, we crochet 2 more double crochets around the same chain. Then we continue with 1 single crochet around the following chain, and around the chain after that we again crochet 2 double crochets, 1 picot out of 3 chain stitches and a single crochet into the first of the 3 chain stitches, and 2 more double crochets. And one more time, a single crochet, and around the next chain 2 double crochets, a picot, and another 2 double crochets. And like that, you work your way all the way around. I'm going to continue until I reach the corner, so that I can show you how to do that. And after that, you're all set to make your own stole. Alternatively, you can use this pattern for a table runner. That looks great if you have a nice big table to put it on. And for the 10 patches I did, with the fringe and everything, I used exactly 1 of my Woolly Hugs bobble. Alright, now I'm almost at the corner. 1 single crochet here in front of the corner, and then around the corner arc, I crocheted 2 double crochets, 1 picot, another 2 double crochets, and another picot, and then 2 more double crochets. So basically, like all the other ones, only that we now did 2 double crochets and a picot more. Then we continue with a single crochet around the following chain, and from then on continue just like before with our straight side. And just like that, you go all around your stole and then it's finished. You can use this technique for a stole, or like I said before, a table runner, or even make it into a poncho. Whatever you want. It's also worth trying in different colors, because it always looks a bit different. So have fun and try it out. I hope you enjoyed our time together. If so, you're welcome to subscribe to my channel. I frequently upload new ideas and designs. Hope to see you soon. Love, Veronika.